Welcome back to the Wealthy Good Life podcast.
It's great to be here.
Today, we're diving deep into something that I think a lot of our listeners have been really thinking about.
Yeah.
And that's investing in yourself.
It's huge.
But not in like the, Wall Street kind of way.
Right.
Not buying stocks or anything.
No,
But more in a way that leads to better personal growth
definitely.
and well-being and,
Yeah,
ultimately just a much richer, better,
Yeah.
more satisfying life.
exactly.
And, you've shared some
Oh,
really interesting perspectives on all of this.
yeah.
And what we want to do today is sort of unpack that.
Unpack it.
Really figure out, what does it truly mean to invest in yourself?
Yeah.
And, starting right now,
Mhm.
what are some really impactful things you can do?
Right.
And that's what we're going to do in this episode. And we're going to be going through everything from like really sharpening your mind,
Mm.
taking really good care of your body, getting a handle on your finances,
Of course. Super important.
making sure your relationships are really strong,
Absolutely.
and everything in between.
all connected.
Yeah.
So
So
that'd be good.
get ready to have those light bulb moments, those aha moments.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, okay, this is what I need to be doing. This
Like-
is how it all connects.
Hmm.
And this is what's really going to be most valuable for my own personal journey.
I love that. And looking at what you've put together, it's
Yeah.
really interesting how, like, consistently the idea pops up
Yeah.
that self-investment it's not just this fluffy thing.
Right.
It actually has huge long-term advantages.
It does. Yeah.
And you could argue, I would argue, it is the single most powerful investment anyone can make.
It makes sense. Yeah.
Because the positive ripple effects, the implications are like so far-reaching.
Yeah.
And they go into every area of your life.
Yeah. And what I really like is that it's not like, you have to make this huge change
Yeah.
or be in this very specific position in order to start.
Right.
It really seems like the foundation for all of this self-investment stuff is just having that desire
Exactly.
to want to get better, to want to improve,
Mhm.
or just even a sense that, hey, things could be better than they are now.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And that's what makes this so accessible to everyone, no matter where they're at.
I love that about it. That really highlights the accessibility of personal growth.
Mm-hmm.
And what we see, too, is it's not just limited to the individual.
Right.
When you spend time and energy improving yourself, you're naturally going to be a more engaged partner,
Yeah.
a more effective colleague, a more supportive friend.
Totally.
And so everyone around you benefits as a direct result.
Yeah, they're along for the ride.
Exactly.
So, okay, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Let's start with one of, I think, the cornerstones of all of this, which is really nurturing your mind
Oh,
with continuous learning.
Yes.
And this idea that, you don't just stop learning.
Right.
Once you finish school, once you finish college, whatever it is.
You're done right. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Not even close.
It seems like, there's so many avenues available today
Oh, my gosh, so many.
for ongoing learning. It's not about going back and getting another degree.
Yeah.
It could be as simple as reading books,
Books are awesome.
exploring blogs,
There are some amazing blogs out there.
listening to podcasts.
Hey, like this one.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
These are all great ways to just absorb information, new information,
Hmm.
maybe break through some plateaus in your career.
Yeah, you get stuck.
You get stuck, yeah.
You need fresh ideas.
You need new ideas.
And I think it's worth mentioning, too, like audiobooks.
Oh, yeah.
You can really integrate learning into your daily life with those,
You can.
whether you're at the gym
Yeah.
or on your commute.
Mm, totally.
It doesn't take up any extra time.
Yeah, and I think that's such a key point,
Yeah,
is really maximizing the time that you have.
absolutely.
And it makes you think, like, how much time do we spend,
Yeah,
just kind of zoning out, scrolling through social media or watching
right.
just endless episodes of shows.
I'm guilty of that. I do that.
Yeah, versus actually like actively seeking out content
Yeah,
that can help us improve as people or, in our careers.
good point. Yeah.
And just even a small shift from that passive entertainment to, let's say,
Yeah.
listening to or reading about the experiences of successful people
Mhm.
can have such a huge impact.
I think so, too.
Right.
And if you really want to go deep on something,
Yeah.
like really get into it,
Yeah.
you can take online courses.
Yeah.
And that's a much more structured and comprehensive way
Mm-hmm.
to learn than just reading an article or watching a video.
Yeah.
But the crucial thing I think to remember is this learning, this continuous learning,
Mm,
it's not just about skills for your job.
right.
It's about growing as a person.
Yeah, it's about like fueling your development
It is.
as a human being and ultimately being more fulfilled.
Right. Finding that sense of accomplishment.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be, like traditional academic topics either.
No, no, no.
Like one thing that we see come up a lot is financial literacy.
Oh, so important.
And there's tons of resources out there now.
Those.
You can learn about budgeting, you can learn about how to get out of debt.
Yeah.
You can learn about how to plan for retirement.
Yeah.
And really being in control of your finances, that is such a huge part of investing in yourself.
It is. And to tie it back to the learning thing,
Yeah.
learning a new language is something that stands out.
Yes.
Like, that's such a valuable thing to do.
It is.
It opens up new cultures,
Yeah.
makes travel way more enriching.
Yeah.
And there's research that shows it can develop your brain, even potentially
Really?
delay cognitive decline, which is, the natural slowing down of brain functions as we age.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. And let's be honest, it's a huge plus in the job market today,
Yeah.
being multilingual.
It is.
It just makes you a more well-rounded,
Yeah.
more interesting person.
Yeah, and the best part is
Yeah.
the tools you need to learn a language are so much more affordable now.
Oh, totally. Way more accessible than they used to be.
Yeah. So, okay, let's move on to another, I think, essential pillar
Okay, yeah.
of self-investment,
Mhm.
and that is taking care of your physical well-being.
Your body, gotta love it.
It's really hard to overstate just how important this is.
It's fundamental.
It really is.
And what I see over and over again is the impact of physical activity.
Yeah,
And it's not just about weight or keeping your heart healthy.
right.
It's also so good for your mental and emotional health.
Yeah.
And that's the great thing. You don't have to spend a ton of money on a gym membership.
No.
Even just walking is incredibly beneficial.
Yeah.
And you don't have to do it for hours at a time. Even short bursts throughout the day can make a difference.
That's good to hear.
I love the idea of, like walking meetings with colleagues
That's great. Yeah.
or catching up with friends while you stroll.
Yeah.
It combines social connection with exercise.
Yeah. It's like a win-win.
Exactly.
And it's not just something that we think is good for us, right? There's research that shows that like aerobic exercise is
Yeah.
linked to literal growth in the brain,
I know, it's wild.
especially in the areas involved in memory and learning.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like moving your body literally helps your brain get better.
It does. So cool.
So, okay, what about the flip side of that?
Uh-oh.
What about if you don't exercise?
Yeah, the not so fun part.
What if you live a really sedentary lifestyle?
So what we see is that can lead to some pretty serious consequences.
Okay.
Increased risk of weight gain, of course,
Mm-hmm.
but also bone density loss,
Oh, wow.
metabolic issues, problems with circulation,
Huh.
more inflammation in the body, even muscle loss.
So it really is serious stuff.
It is, and it's pretty shocking to see that, they're saying inactivity contributes to more deaths
Really?
each year than smoking.
Wow.
That's pretty sobering.
That's a powerful statement.
It is.
But okay, so there's got to be, ways to get more movement
Oh, yeah,
in our day without, having to go to the gym for 2 hours.
absolutely. And a lot of them are free and easy.
Okay, good.
Like take the stairs instead of the elevator,
Yeah.
walk around while you're on the phone,
Okay.
do some stretches at your desk.
Mm-hmm.
You can even jog in place for a few minutes here and there,
Okay.
put on some music, have a little dance break,
Yeah.
or park farther away from where you're going.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
All these little things add up.
Yeah, it's about being intentional, I guess.
It is. And, we can't forget about rest and recovery.
Oh, right.
That's part of physical well-being too.
Yeah.
Getting enough sleep,
Yeah.
taking breaks to avoid burnout.
That's so important.
It is. And, even a weekend getaway can be a good investment
Yeah.
in your health.
Yeah. Okay, let's shift gears a little bit
Okay.
and talk about taking care of your financial well-being.
Oh, the money stuff. We love it.
We did touch on financial literacy earlier, but there's a lot more to it.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
So what's really interesting is this idea of taking control
Yes.
of your finances.
Being the boss of your money.
Yeah, being the boss,
I love that.
not letting it boss you around.
Exactly. Exactly.
And that means, really looking at your spending.
Mm-hmm.
How much are you spending on what?
Yeah,
Prioritizing saving money.
absolutely.
And really importantly, doing what you can to get rid of debt.
That is a killer.
It can be so stressful.
It really can.
And it can really get in the way of having that peace of mind.
Totally.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately, it's about making your money work for you.
Right.
Instead of feeling like you're constantly working for your money.
Exactly. You're in control.
Yeah.
You're calling the shots.
And saving, it's not just about having that emergency fund.
Right.
It's also about having money to do the things that you want to do.
Yeah, the fun stuff.
And to work towards financial freedom.
Absolutely.
And one really simple suggestion that came up a lot was to open a high-yield savings account.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
So at least your money is making a little bit more money while it's just sitting there.
Exactly. Every little bit helps.
And then, beyond just saving, there's also investing for the future.
Right. Long term.
And, you can start small.
You don't have to be a millionaire.
No.
You can use these micro investment apps.
Yeah.
Where you can invest tiny amounts.
Okay.
Or set up an automatic transfer to an investment account.
Mm-hmm.
Just start somewhere,
Yeah, consistency is key.
It is. And something else that was really interesting is the idea of having multiple streams of income.
Oh, right.
In today's world, having just one job can be kind of risky.
Yeah, things change so quickly.
You do, yeah.
And you never know what's going to happen.
Exactly. And having multiple income sources can give you a sense of security.
Yeah, for sure.
And you might even discover new passions along the way.
Yeah, that's a great point.
You might find something you love that you didn't even know existed.
So what's a side hustle?
Oh, right, yeah. A side hustle is basically like a little mini business.
Okay.
Or project that you do on the side.
Yeah.
To make some extra money.
Okay.
And it's a great way to use your skills, test out some ideas, maybe even be a little entrepreneurial.
Mm-hmm.
And it could really boost your confidence.
I bet.
Because you're creating something, you're putting it out there in the world.
Yeah.
And you're seeing results.
Yeah, that's cool.
And you don't have to be a pro to start.
Okay.
Just start.
Just do it.
Yeah, that's the key.
And then insurance, right?
Oh, yeah, insurance is important.
That's not the most exciting topic.
No, not really.
But it's essential.
It is.
Especially if you're self-employed.
Yeah, for sure.
Make sure you have life insurance, car insurance, homeowners or renters insurance, health insurance.
It's all about peace of mind.
Yeah, knowing that you're covered if something happens.
Absolutely.
And then the foundation of all of this is a budget.
Oh, the dreaded budget.
I know, but it doesn't have to be scary.
No, it doesn't.
It's really just a way to track your money.
Yeah.
See where it's going.
Yeah.
And make sure you're on track to reach your financial goals.
It helps you make informed decisions.
Yeah.
About your money.
Okay, so I think this is a good place to take a little pause and just remind everyone that we've covered a lot of ground already.
We have.
In this deep dive into self-investment.
Lots of good stuff.
And there's still a lot more to come.
Oh, yeah. There's more.
And if you're finding this helpful and you want to explore some more resources and get some more ideas for really living a life that you love, creating that wealthy, good life, we encourage you to go to wealthygoodlife.com.
Yes.
That's wealthygoodlife.com.
Check it out.
All right, so let's move on to another dimension of self-investment, and that is strengthening your personal and professional life.
Oh, good one.
Through your relationships and your skills.
So important.
And what's really interesting is that there's a lot of emphasis on who you choose to spend your time with.
Yeah, choose wisely.
Yeah, like the people that you're around, they have a huge influence on you.
They really do.
Whether you realize it or not.
Sometimes subconsciously.
Yeah, they affect the way you act, the way you think.
Yeah.
And ultimately the results that you get in life.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful.
And so it's about really being intentional about who you're spending your time with.
Right.
And maybe even, spending less time with people who kind of drain your energy.
Yeah, the energy vampires.
Or who aren't really supportive.
Yeah.
That can be a huge act of self-care.
It is. You got to protect your energy.
Yeah. And then on the flip side of that is really working to build stronger relationships.
Oh, yeah.
Not just personal relationships, but professional relationships as well. And that means, making an effort to meet new people who share your values, who, are working towards similar goals, and also reconnecting with people from your past.
Oh, yeah.
You never know what kind of opportunities or support might come out of those connections.
It's true. It's all about networking.
And then something that's just so fundamental to all relationships is good communication skills.
Oh my gosh, so true.
And that doesn't just mean, being able to speak well.
Right.
It also means being able to listen.
Yes.
And understand other people.
That's the harder part.
It is harder, yeah.
It takes practice.
But it's so, so important.
It is. And it's funny, like even people like Warren Buffett
Really?
talk about how important communication skills are.
Wow.
For success in life.
So it's not just for your personal life. It's for your business.
Right.
It's for your finances. It's for everything.
It is, yeah. And there are organizations like Toastmasters.
Yeah.
Where you can practice your speaking skills.
Okay, and then this idea of finding a mentor.
Oh, mentorship is huge.
A coach, a role model.
Yeah.
Someone who can guide you. Someone who can help you avoid making mistakes, maybe teach you some new skills.
Absolutely.
Someone who can just give you that motivation.
Yeah, that encouragement you need sometimes.
Yeah.
And, you don't have to just have one mentor.
Right.
You can have multiple mentors.
Oh, that's interesting.
With different areas of expertise.
Okay. So different people to go to for different things.
Exactly, yeah. And the cool thing is a lot of successful people are actually really open to mentoring.
Really?
You just have to ask.
Wow.
Yeah, don't be afraid to reach out.
And then this is an interesting one.
Yeah.
What about paying for help?
Oh, yeah, investing in services.
Yeah, investing in services like,
Like a coach or a consultant.
Yeah, a coach, a consultant, or even just, someone to help around the house.
Yeah, if you can afford it, that can be a huge time saver.
It can, yeah.
And time is precious,
Yeah, it is.
And sometimes it makes sense to pay someone who's really good at something to do it for you.
Yeah, free up your time so you can focus on other things.
Exactly.
And that could be, spending time with family and friends, doing things that you enjoy. Yeah. Having time to think, to be creative.
Absolutely.
Even just to relax and de-stress.
All important stuff.
Okay, so let's move into the action phase.
Let's do it.
Let's talk about taking action and setting boundaries.
Yes, got to have those boundaries.
Because it's great to have all this knowledge and these intentions, but you have to actually do something with it.
Right, you got to put it into practice.
And one of the biggest obstacles for a lot of people is procrastination.
Oh, yeah.
And so the advice that we see over and over again is identify the most important tasks. The things that you really need to get done, and then really visualize, imagine the positive outcome of actually completing those tasks.
Like, how good would it feel to get that done?
Exactly. And then just start.
Just do it.
Even if it feels hard, even if you don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Just that initial step, that initial momentum can make all the difference.
It can, yeah. It's like breaking through that initial resistance.
And then, there's this idea of pushing yourself.
Yeah.
Getting outside of your comfort zone.
Oh, that's so important for growth.
It is, yeah.
It is.
Like intentionally doing things that are a little bit hard, a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, the things that scare you a little bit.
Yeah, because that's how you build confidence.
It is.
And that's how you actually grow as a person.
You got to challenge yourself.
And instead of seeing that discomfort as something to avoid, you can actually see it as a sign that you're growing.
Yeah, that you're expanding.
So you're pushing your boundaries.
Exactly.
And that's a good thing.
It is. It means you're on the right track.
And then, we've talked about habits before.
Yeah.
But it's really about, figuring out what are the bad habits.
The ones that are holding you back.
Yeah, the ones that are hurting you physically, mentally, emotionally.
Yeah, got to get rid of those.
And then replacing them with good habits.
The ones that support you.
The ones that actually help you.
Exactly.
And then, goals.
Goals are key.
It's really important to set goals.
Yeah.
They don't have to be huge,
No, small goals are good too.
They can be small, they can be simple.
Yeah.
But it's about having something to work towards.
Yeah, it gives you direction.
And both for your personal life and for your finances.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people find it really helpful to keep a journal.
Oh, yeah.
To track their progress.
Okay.
To reflect on their experiences.
Yeah.
To acknowledge their growth.
And to celebrate those wins.
Exactly. It's about acknowledging how far you've come.
It is. It's a great way to stay motivated.
Okay. And then this is a big one.
Okay.
Learning to say no.
Oh, the power of no.
It is powerful,
It
yeah.
is.
Because it's about setting those boundaries
Yeah.
and protecting your time and your energy.
You can't do everything.
No, you can't.
And you can't please everyone.
And so it's okay to say no
Yeah.
to things that aren't a priority for you
Right?
or to things that are going to overwhelm you.
Yeah. You got to take care of yourself first.
And that is a form of self-care.
It is,
It
absolutely.
is a form of self-investment.
Totally.
And then, just on a practical level,
Yeah.
getting organized.
Oh, that makes such a difference.
It does. It does. Whether it's your physical space,
Yeah.
your digital space,
Mm-hmm.
your schedule,
Yeah.
getting organized can really reduce stress
Totally.
and make you so much more efficient.
It's amazing how much more you can get done.
And then gratitude.
Oh, gratitude is huge.
It is so powerful.
It is.
It's about taking the time to focus on the good things in your life.
Yeah.
The things that you're grateful for. And that can really help you to stay positive.
It can.
Especially when things are tough.
Yeah, it gives you perspective.
Yeah.
And it helps you appreciate what you have.
And then, we've talked about decluttering.